Welcome back to another weekly dose of Anime and Beyond. I'm Devin.
I'm Noah.
And today we're going to review episode 4 of My Hero. So we're going to get right into that. First thing, Midoriya learns that All Might is going to die soon. Based upon Night Eye's prediction. It can foresee the future. That is interesting. I mean, basically what Midoriya said. He said that he knows everyone's going to die eventually. But he never pictured in his mind All Might, someone symbol of peace, someone like him would die, So I just find that interesting because and we see this with the relationship between Night Eye and All Might, how they kind of have this relationship where All Might's the person that goes out and he wants to get things done, save the people, keep the smile on people's faces, but Night Eye is like, no, be smart, let's be strategic, let's think about this. And so you can kind of see that their relationship and like how really Night Eye honestly does care for All Might, but he feels like he's being reckless, and so that's why we learn this episode how he kind of just steers away from them, and kind of like how he doesn't want to be part of that reckless behavior. He doesn't want to feel like he's the one who's causing his death.
Nobody wants to be the helping someone go to their death. Like if someone wants to walk across the street down the highway and it's traffic, people are just blaring by, you're not gonna say, hey, why don't I go with you and walk across the street? Like, no, don't go, and if you do, I'm not coming with you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of sad. That whole scene was kind of sad. The second half of the episode, okay, maybe the whole episode, because seeing the little girl, seeing how Night Eye is like, we're seeing All Might. We know All Might's perspective. He just wants to keep saving people. He wants to be that symbol of peace. Night Eye said, you can't even smile right now.
Yeah.
And he's like hurt because All Might's not listening to him. Dude, and now Midoriya's hurt.
I feel that though. He's like, dude, I gotta keep the people smiling. So I gotta, dude. And you can see like the persistence. He's like, no, my job's not done yet. Yeah. It's like until I stop breathing. Until I stop breathing, I gotta keep these. I was like, bro.
And last time
you gotta give it up for him.
We talked about before how it's such a huge burden to be the symbol of peace, because Night Eye told him, another symbol of peace will come. It may take a while, but we may be able to do things where we can get a new symbol of peace quicker. But All Might's like, no, man. He's like, I'm a symbol of peace. I can't wait. But yet now it turns out he actually does have to wait, because there's no symbol of peace right now, because he didn't give the power to Mirio. Now he is waiting for Midoriya to come and say, I am here.
You made a good point earlier saying like how if All Might originally chose Mirio, maybe he would have just kicked the basket right there, and maybe he just died.
That was weird, because that's what All Might said. Yeah, he's like, now, like, I have this mission to see you. Like, we made a promise. I want you to see you say, I am here. I want you to become the new symbol of peace. Your mom told me to stay alive to protect you. I want to stay alive to protect you. Like, would All Might just have given up? Would he have just been like, not giving up, but like, okay, now it's all right for me to die, and just been okay.
That was definitely. I was like, wow. When I heard that, I was like, dang.
Yeah.
Also, like the whole All Might and Night dynamic. It's because we see, I kind of see that between Midoriya and Mirio, because it's like so when Midoriya saw that little girl was Eri was scared, he was like, no, like you seem like you don't want to actually protect her. You look like you want to harm her, and so he was catching on to that, and Mirio was like, no. So he was more. I saw Mirio more of like Night Eye, and my Midoriya more like All Might, the go getter. Yeah. And so I just like that whole dynamic, because it's like one's going after one hero, one's going after the other one.
And they were both right. It's just the different mindsets of different people. Nobody approaches everything the same way. Mirio's mindset was long term. Yeah. He was looking at, okay, we can't react now.
Yeah, plan.
Yeah, and he put the mask on Deku so you wouldn't see his face. So Overhaul wouldn't see his face. But Deku's like, this girl's shaking. We have to save her. We can't just let her go. A hero wouldn't let her go. Mirio's like, a hero needs to think about this and this and this and all these steps.
But it's crazy because it actually worked out for Mirio and Deku by by Deku listening to Mirio.
Mhm.
Because we see that when he did that glove, they could have died right there. Like when he lifted his glove, whatever. Because I think the reason why she ran back was because she was fearing for their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And so he didn't want them to die, so she ran back.
And Mirio picked up on that too.
Yeah.
Deku didn't, and that's the thing. Mirio could have probably, I mean, I don't know how fast Overhaul is, but Mirio could probably got away, dodged, maybe, did some counterattacks right there and then just because you'll go straight through him.
Yeah.
But Deku, on the other hand, we've seen how he's willing to beat his own body up to save someone.
Yeah.
I could see him willing to take, like, let Overhaul grab his arm just so he could, like, save Edie and throw her back or something like that. It's just, Deku needs to stop sacrificing himself.
I
Like
think,
All Might did. The mistakes that All Might made.
I think at this rate, it would be a good idea to have a plan and to not just go into a battle recklessly without any sort of plan or anything. Like, I mean, you're messing with Overhaul now. It's like this is a different guy. This dude's savage. Like we see when he went to the villain area, wherever his clique is at, and he just said,
"Oh yeah, again
to
his own person,
to the whole people." Yeah, I was like, bro, this dude's savage.
And
he's like, and then he was telling Eerie, he's like, I don't want to have to do this. I don't want to do this.
That's the thing. All villains feared One for All. They all feared him. Now Shigaraki, like we said before, he's trying to take that place. Not Shigaraki. Well, Shigaraki is, but Overhaul's trying to take that place. And Shigaraki, like we find out at the end of the episode, is actually gonna follow his plan. We don't know the conditions yet that Shigaraki wants, but even he recognizes that Overhaul's the guy, and I'm either on his side or, right now we're not at a place where we can take him on.
I still think Overhaul is just the guy that's gonna get him there. Like
maybe, yeah.
It's like one of those people just gonna help him get there. He's just I don't want to say obstacle, but
he's like a stepping
stone. Yeah.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe he'll separate and they'll both still be rivals.
Yeah.
Trying to fight for a city. It'll be like a three-way fight: heroes, villains, crime boss, which are villains as well.
Yeah. So obviously we got Overhaul, and then I'm pretty sure we have more other villains, and I wonder, like. Because right now, like we said, we don't have a symbol piece. So I wonder how the new villains, the new villains that come about, as well as Overhaul, are going to come about as far as like being a threat, like a true threat, more of a threat than they already are towards the heroes. Because, I mean, they haven't dealt with this yet. Like not like Overhaul.
Yeah.
I mean.
They've had relaxed with All Might there.
Yeah,
they've been
chill.
They've
been chilled. But now, like, it's a different scenario. It's a change of tides.
It's almost like a war is starting. Like you've been living in peace for so long because somebody else was fighting the battle, and now it's your time. Like you're in it.
Yeah, and it's like you had All Might, and I mean, of course, you had All Might. You had, All Might. You had One for All, but I mean, you also had, the second in rank, Todoroki's father, and then you had the fast old guy. I keep forgetting. I'm not good with names. Yeah. I mean, you had all these heroes that could back you up, and now it's like literally it's their turn. Like, it's literally y'all's turn. Like it's a different playing field. So
I'm very interested to find out what Edie's powers are and why she's the key to Overhaul's plans. Yeah. She has those band-aids on her, so it makes me feel like if she is the daughter of Overhaul, he seems to secrete some type of stuff when he uses his powers. I don't know if that's what's happening. Like it seems like some stuff comes out of his fingers. He had some like droplets on his face when he used his ability. I don't know. Maybe she has something where it's a healing thing, because they mentioned those villains there was nothing wrong with them and they were happy. Like, is that something she can do? Can she bring happiness? Is she like someone who kind of brainwashes people? I
was just thinking, what if it's like similar to All for One or One for All?
Maybe.
Where like you take a piece of the user and you get that power. Maybe Eerie has some type of rare ability that allows, I don't know, Overhaul to be more OP.
Maybe.
And he's that's what he's working on.
Like he's using her to charge himself up?
Yeah, or something like that. And that's why she's the key.
That would be almost even more sad.
That would be.
Shoot.
Using for your own. I mean, not that we haven't seen this before, but
yeah, it's been done, but it's never good. It's just always it's another thing that's just heartbreaking if it's a kid.
Yeah. Like why all these kids? Why all these kids? By the way,
going back to that scene early in the episode where Midoriya is holding Edie and she's like grasping and asking for help, and Mirio's like, "No, we gotta go." It kind of reminded me again of the flashback to even earlier in the episode, right before that, where they talk about their names. And Mirio's like, I don't want to just save everybody, because, he can't. But I want to save 1 million people.
Mm-hmm.
And Midoriya's always thinking, I want to save this person now. I want to save this person now. With Koda, he didn't think in the long term with all the villains that attacked. He thought of just Muscular. I got to save Koda versus Muscular, which is okay to think of. That's right. You want to protect. But he never thinks the long term.
Yeah.
And he never thinks like Mirio was thinking of the long term. This doesn't go according to our plan.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I agree because I've thought about that like what you're talking about with Muscular. I mean, you some of those people still need you. Like, I mean, if say he does die in that battle, well, I mean, what good use was All Might passing All for One to you or One for All to you? I mean, so there's that. Also, Midoriya was plan is, of course, you just mentioned that his plan is to save. I mean, to be the symbol of peace. Mm-hmm. But Mirio's vision or his goal is to save 1 million people, because and he says 1 million people because he knows he can't save everybody. Mm-hmm. And so what I'm saying is, Mirio's goal is more realistic than Midoriya's. Midoriya's is not kind of unrealistic, even though we know that his goal has changed. We see his goal change this series. Yeah. I mean, it's still. I mean, I think Night Eye is gonna kind of reconstruct him to thinking more like planning. See, I think here's the thing. Midoriya is a thinker. We know he's a thinker. He thinks a lot, but I think it's the way he is thinking. Like, maybe he's overthinking, or maybe he's not thinking the right way. Mm-hmm. So I think that Night Eye is going to help him with that, reconstruct how to go about certain situations so that you don't end up like All Might, basically.
And maybe that's another thing. Maybe Midoriya just doesn't have a long-term plan like Mirio. Doesn't have a long-term plan like Night Eye. When he went up against Bakugo, Bakugo's like, I knew what you were going to do because you take too long to think. You're kicking, it's too slow. But when you punch, it makes me mad. And I think that's kind of one of Midoriya's problems is he doesn't go into a situation doesn't have multiple plans of how he's going to do something. He just comes in and thinks, okay, what can I do right now? And he goes through his mind. We always see him go into that zone where the words come out, blah, blah, blah. And that's something that I think he can work on is creating strategies, not just one like attack and how it's going to affect another attack. And I mean, that's strategic, but a strategy for a whole battle, not just one fight. Midoriya seems to always want to win the battle and not the war. Yeah. And I think that's a huge weakness.
Yeah. And I get it. Like in the moment you're thinking, what can I do now to make, because if I think I could do this, I could do that, I can do whatever, but I mean, all these are like what ifs. What can I do now? And I get that. That's kind of his mindset. But then there's like the planning aspect where, okay, if this, I mean, you kind of have to step back and think, okay, if I do this, what's the consequences of this? If I do this, what's the consequence? So you got to plan everything out, you know? I know he's not going to know everything, you know, some stuff is going to happen. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's where, like, your other heroes come in. I mean, you're not going to be alone. It's not like he's going to be by himself. Yeah. I mean, like we said last time, maybe there's going to be 2 symbols of peace. You know? Thank you for watching and supporting our channel. Don't forget to check out our other social media accounts. Be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts, your theories, how'd you like this episode review.
Don't forget to follow our friends on their YouTube channels as well. They're all linked in the description and linked on the side of our channel. Jay Fizzle and Clammy got you with gaming, and they're also streaming on Twitch. Rich Aladdin has short films, and Touré Today has vlogs.
And with that said, I'm Devin.
I'm Noah.
We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.